YouTube is a science. It's not like it used to be where you could get away with just sitting in your bedroom, recording a dodgy video with dodgy lighting and dodgy audio and rack up thousands and thousands of views. Every part of the production process now is finely tuned to be able to effectively distribute the content to as many people as possible. From the actual designing of the video concept to the actual filming, editing, and then distribution, every aspect has to be carefully managed. If we start off from the audience perspectives in terms of titles and thumbnails, that is arguably one of the most important parts of the process. It doesn't matter how good your video is, if no one clicks on it, no one's going to see it. YouTube says nowadays that click-through rate is one of the most important metrics, and what YouTubers will do, they'll start off with one title and thumbnail, and after about 15 minutes, if they don't see the growth that they're expecting, they'll completely change both of those and see larger growth after that, because they'll have changed it enough that people actually starting clicking on it, the click-through rate will go up, YouTube sees it as a good video and will promote it more and more and more. So just putting on a cheap thumbnail with a cheap title, mentioning to something that may happen 15 minutes into the 17-minute long video, you can't get away with anymore. Next from that is the intro of the video. YouTubers used to be able to get away with saying, "Good morning," and continue through the video until something in that title and thumbnail came up. However, Mr. Beast really pioneered the space and said, here's what's happening in the video through the title and thumbnail. He delivers it in the first 5 seconds, like, whoa, he actually said what he was going to do, and then have something that leads on that you want to find out from that intro. They're like, what's he going to do with his money? Where does this tension leave that he just started? What's going to happen as an end result of all this? And create whole mood swings, because that watch time is so important. If people get bored in those first 5 seconds, you've lost them, your watch time has gone down, YouTube will stop recommending your video to any more of your audience. Whereas if you can really captivate that audience in those first few seconds, they give you then permission to keep watching the next 30 seconds and you have to captivate them again, and more permission to watch the next minute, and so on and so on and so on. But those first 5 seconds are what most important. And in extension to that, there is no more round off at the end of a video. There is just, hey, we achieved the end desire and we're finishing now. Mr. Beast takes no longer than 5 seconds to completely end that video, and usually those 5 seconds are the end card. Cuts reaction short and everything, because you're like, whoa, that ended quickly. I want to keep that mood going. So you go on to the next video rather than be like, that was a nice 3-hour Avengers movie. Now I'm gonna go off, get some lunch. You're like, whoa, wait, that was kind of the end. Like, oh, I want some more agenda. I want that to keep going. And that's also another important metric within YouTube, is that they keep watching your content over and over, not just stop with yours and go off, get some lunch, because then they're not staying on the platform. YouTube loses revenue, so they really want you to keep watching and watching and watching. And then even from the production process, it's about the idea generation. Can you create a good title and thumbnail off that? Will it be engaging to watch throughout, not just stretching one shitty idea and trying to keep it throughout the whole 15 minutes, but if it's a small idea, keep it 4 minutes. If it's a longer idea, keep it 15 minutes, and really create an effective piece of content. It's no longer just sit here, chill, talk about how I bought a pet fish at the market today. There are very few creators who can get away with doing that. It's because they've already built a personality. So now, welcome guys, I've got $1 million right here. I'm gonna give it out today to 200 people. Anyone I can find on the street, just gonna hand them cash. Like, whoa, wait, I wanna see the reactions, what happens? And it completely changed the game. I'm going to end this as quick as possible, so if you want to keep watching more, subscribe, but this is over for me.